All right, here we are. Day 32. 32 in my journey to beat a Grandmaster. And we are going to be playing another 3-minute game with a 2-second increment and hoping, praying that we can win this one and not make it 14 wins and 14 losses. So, without any further ado, into the fray. Blitz breakdown with David. Okay, we're playing someone from... I have no idea what flag this is. Is it Azerbaijan? No. What is it? Armenia. You began with an A. We have the English opening. So we're going to go for... A little bit worried about that. I guess I should play d6 first. And then get the bishop to g7. Now is he just threatening? Takes. Yeah, it's okay. Trade off queens. I don't think he would really want that. Castle kingside. Could also kind of close the position down a little bit. I think castlings first is probably better. Yeah, let's try castle first. He can push this pawn, and then he can take with the knight. I'm not too concerned about that. That's kind of okay. It always looks very threatening when you have white with all of these forward pawns. And you do have to play accurately if you're playing with the black pieces here, but it's probably never as scary as it looks, especially out of the opening. There are many ways that black can proceed from here. For example, I could play here and kind of close up the position, play knight to d7, and then there's a little bit of a hole on the e5 square if he ever pushes this pawn. And then at some point I can try and break through and play f5. So there are lots of options available to me. But right now my opponent is really deep in the tank. This was like me yesterday. My opponent had like 2.5 minutes on the clock and I was relying on increments. So this is interesting. He plays it immediately. I'm going to go ahead and play c5. And he can take on passant. He's not interested in that. Fair enough. The other option now is I have played bishop to g4. If he plays h3, I just take. Queen takes. And then I can play knight to d7, which feels very solid. Wow. He just immediately castles. And now... almost tempted to do this. He takes, I take, but then this pawn is going to be hanging. So no, let's not do that. Okay, but actually I have knight to h5 now maybe, which is problematic for him. Yeah, this is a good move for me. I want him to move back. I'm going to take, and then I'm going to jump in. And then I think I'm doing actually quite well. He's going to have to play bishop to e2. And then I can play maybe queen to b6. Yeah, this looks like a good continuation for black. Also, look at like my dark square bishop. This thing is like an absolute beast. Okay, so he's going to take with the f pawn. And sure, he gets the f file. However... maybe I don't play it immediately. Should I play it immediately? This is a fine line. I don't see anything wrong with this. After he plays bishop to e2, which he should do. Queen to b5. Okay. That's interesting. But now I guess I can just take and say, I've got the bishop pair. Doesn't matter that much. I think it might. We'll soon find out. Okay, let's go this way. If he plays h3, I can take, and then place the bishop on f5. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for this. I can take, and now my two bishops are looking pretty good. Okay, he's got this coming. Can I even do this? Takes en passant. I play over here. Huh, this is like kind of a crazy looking move, but I like it. Yeah, it's sacrificing a pawn temporarily. He takes en passant, then I have rook come in, and then is there any way of defending this square? Except with the I think this is actually a pretty good move. Prove me wrong. See, I was thinking he can play knight to g5. Of course he can't play knight to g5. How else do you defend this pawn? And I get tempo, I get the e-file. These are sometimes these counterintuitive moves are sometimes the things that really make big differences in games. Now I just need to know how to take. Probably this way. Creating another threat. Why not? Can hop in with his knight. Which actually, come to think of it, is a bit of an irritation. Maybe I shouldn't have allowed that. Okay, I have to be careful here. But basically, whenever this knight moves, I'm gonna have a good outpost. But now I think, oh man, I had such a nice idea here. Okay, so I need to take first. I need to take first, and then I need to play here, forking the queen and the knight. He can jump in theoretically, but it's okay. He'll be down a piece. Yeah, I think this is good for me. This is theoretically, not theoretically. This should be good for me. But I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way out of it. He definitely sees the idea now. There aren't any checks, and I'm attacking the knight twice. He can play knight to f7, but I'm going to take the queen. He'll take my queen. I'll take with the rook, and then I'll be up at knight. Yeah, it's okay. And now I'm just up a piece. And then I'm going to lock the bishop on e5 and just say I'm ahead. I won by resignation. Oh my gosh. I was like, what is going on here? Okay, so we win. We win. That's great. Happy to get a win in the books. I think the en passant, that might be brilliancy. I'm hoping that that was a brilliancy. I mean, it's not, it can't really be, no, it's not. I really liked it. It was a cool move. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it's actually just okay. It's good. In fact, actually, white is ahead here. I thought this was the coolest thing. Just like, looks so good. Like you can't ever take here. He did take, which is an inaccuracy, and then I just think I'm so strong. And then this combination works really nicely. Okay, so apart from that, let's see if I made any other big mistakes out of the opening. So, okay, doesn't love c5. What's better? e6. Oh, okay, e6, yeah, just trying to break down this central pawn structure of whites. And then, yeah, if he takes, then you get the f-file. Whoops, you get the f-file, so that's good for you. This looks good. Oh, this was kind of a surprise. I was really expecting bishop to e2. But bishop to e2 is not that great. Knight takes f3 check. Bishop takes. Bishop to d7. I just moved back. And black's supposed to be slightly better here. Queen to c2. This is very difficult for me to evaluate, actually, and realize why. A6, maybe it's this kind of pawn majority on the queen side. I'm going to break things open. A4. E6. Yeah, this is kind of a counterintuitive position, but I think the engine's maybe saying that white is a little overextended, black is like super safe, and black has the bishop pair. And that's why black's ahead. So that's interesting. Anyway, didn't go for any of that. Bishop to f5. Bishop takes f3 is better. Yeah. Anyway, after this, at least I played okay. I think I'm queen to d7. Queen to d7. Queen to d7. Why queen to d7? King to h2. Out of curiosity, if you play something random, am I sacrificing here? Queen to c6. No. Okay, anyway, let's just get through to the end. Yeah, that was the winning combination. That won me the game. Okay. Wow, great game. Let's put it in the books. We have 32 games played, 15 wins. So we are net winning 2 games, 13 losses, and 4 draws. Wow, awesome. That's a wrap for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, good evening, good night. From the Truman Show, when Truman says to his neighbor every day, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Maybe I should end off all of my videos that way. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.